Well, welcome, Chudy, to the DNA Discover New Artists. And today we will be getting your DNA.
Oh my god, that was such a good debut phrase.
Thank
I like
you.
it.
Thank
Ça fait un
you.
petit slogan. Like it a lot. Like it a lot.
Thank you so much. Ben,
Merci de
Chudy,
m'inviter. Thank you for inviting me.
ben, c'est avec plaisir. Tu es notre première invitée ici, your first guest on
Number
the show.
one.
And you go by Chudy, but your full name is Chudyanna Bazile.
Here you go.
Perfect. And you're a self-described Montreal-born and raised artist.
Yes.
You're a trumpet player, a producer, a singer, songwriter, a radio host. Wait, I'm a journalist,
Yes.
but specifically a music journalist.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Like you're really like jack of all trades, what I would
Yes.
call it.
Yes.
I learned that you started learning music at the age of 3.
I
Do
did.
you want to tell me
I
a bit
did.
more about that?
Yes, actually, my stepfather is a musician. He's a guitar player, a classical guitar player.
Mhm.
He been to the conservatory also. He's a composer also. Taught me how to read music sheets.
Mhm.
And then from there, I had a little base in reading music. And then when I was in primary school, that's when I, all primary school teach students to play flute and xylophone. And I was a little better than the others with other students. I wasn't the only one that had like this natural ability to play music. So these students with me got promoted to the harmony, the school harmony.
Okay.
So there I had to choose which instrument I wanted to play. I wanted to play like flute or clarinet because my mom played clarinet when she was in high school, but I ended up with trumpet, and it was like actually a mistake on my part because by accident I put trumpet on the first
the first line.
And they just gave me trumpet. And I was like so disappointed because I was like, oh no, I wanted to play flute. And when I told my parents, they were freaking out because my mom was pregnant. So she was like, okay, so I'm about to have a newborn and my daughter is learning trumpet. Like, this will be a disaster, you know? But it wasn't a disaster. And also in the high school I was going, we were able to practice at school.
Okay.
So
I actually also had a question because you said you took it seriously when you were a bit older, but would you say that it was when you were older that you fell in love with making music, or?
I was always inclined to like music, so like I was very attentive when music was playing in my house, and being a musician at a young age pushed me to be even more attentive. Also, my mom, when she was pregnant, she was singing in a group. So like I've always been surrounded by music, so it's like I just not necessarily had a time that, oh yes, that's the time where I fall in love with music. Music always been something important for me, but it's really in high school that I start to take that seriously, you know, because I was part of some harmonies, some orchestra. Also, I was doing orchestra, I was doing music chamber, I was doing solos, I was doing
You were doing all the things.
je faisais des compétitions à Victoriaville, je faisais des compétitions d'orchestre aussi, genre I was doing a few orchestra at the same time, you know. So like I really had to like practice every day, a few hours a day for me to be, be better and like play better.
Would you say you were always gifted in making music, just yourself?
I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes, because even when I dropped out from le conservatoire, I was still inclined in doing music. I was still very passionate, but in a different way, parce que genre quand j'étais au conservatoire, j'avais une formation classique, so I was like listening to more classical music, mais vers la fin de mon journey au conservatoire, je commençais à être plus intéressée par du hip-hop, for example, R&B, neo soul, like all those type of music that is not classical music,
Exactly, yeah.
So, quand j'ai drop out, je commençais à toucher à la bass. J'ai commencé à chanter dans des jam sessions aussi. Then the pandemic hit and I started producing and writing my own songs. So like even when I wasn't in musical school, I was still making music, you know? And that's when I knew, okay, like whatever I do, music will always, like, la musique va toujours m'attraper comme ça, puis me dire genre, no, you need to come back.
You need to come back.
So whatever I do, I just need to accept my fate. Yeah. That's it,
You're an artist.
Yeah, like, here you go.
You can't fight it.
Voilà, c'est ça.
I kind of want to touch a bit more on your background. So, like in terms of your cultural background, I know you're part Haitian,
yes.
Sac
Passe.
But not just Haitian. You want to talk a bit about that?
Yes, well, I'm Haitian, I'm Nigerian. Unfortunately, my Nigerian side, my dad wasn't very present, so I wasn't really in touch with my Igbo side till I was 22, 23, and this is basically by me looking for the information and me having an interest in that culture more than me being surrounded by that culture, And my Haitian side, my mom is Haitian. She came to Canada when she was 9 or 10. So there she wasn't speaking to me in Creole. Like right now I'm learning to speak Creole,
Yeah.
But
Faut qu'à parler Creole, hein?
Madame. I'm trying my essayer. But yes, the only hint of Haitian culture that I had was the food. My mom was always cooking Haitian food, the music, because there are always some compas at home. Like even this week, I just rediscover an album that my mom was always playing, and when I heard that,
Which album is it?
It's Troubadour, je pense, Troubadour.
Haïti Troubadour?
Right, something like that. Yeah, with like multiple artists on the album.
Haïti Troubadour.
Yes, here you go.
Je vais.
Right, no, this song, well, anyways, this album, like, I was hearing it like 3 years ago, and I was like, oh my God.
It's a really amazing album.
It's an amazing album, and like, I haven't heard that album in 20 years, I think. And I was like remembering the melodies and sometimes the lyrics, you know, and like hearing this album now that I have a few knowledge of the Haitian language and understanding what they're saying, it's just like blowing my mind, I'm like, oh my God, that's what this song is about, like when I was 4, I was liking that song because there was some flute, and now I learned that actually like this guy tried to like marry this woman, but the parents are not like agreeing with that. So like having this knowledge and this understanding of my background is just really nice,
Of course.
Also being from Montreal, there's a lot of Haitians, so it was easy for me to learn. How can I say that? It was easy for me to no, it is easy for me to feel more Haitian because of that. I know that I have a lot of work to do, especially in speaking Creole like this. It's just like, honestly, it stresses me out. Like sometimes I want to say something and I'm just stuttering. I'm like, na voulez? So like, oh my god, like, and you know how Haitians are, like when you're quand ton créole est lourd, ils vont te le dire. So
ils vont te le dire, mais
we need to speak it. Exactly.
Ignore the haters. Just keep practicing.
It's hard because Haitians are #1 haters, professional haters. This is actually what free ourselves, being a hater and just like be a hater for real.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that's what I love about Haitians. That's what I love about me. But damn, when like it's on you, you're like, the heat is on you. Yeah, damn.
Haitians are super proud. Like,
they are,
and they won't sugarcoat anything.
No,
I think that's what it is.
But I think it's a good thing also to be like that, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I think I'm saying this and I'm talking from personal experience because even though I grew up in Haiti, I was there until I was 16.
Oh, wow.
At home, we didn't speak Creole.
Oh,
No. Then it wasn't any sort of like arrogance or anything. Like whenever I would ask my dad, oh, like, why don't we speak Creole? He's like, you're going to learn it. We'll pick it up. It's don't stress out.
Did you?
I did, but it wasn't because of hanging out in the streets or anything, because I was not allowed to do anything or go anywhere.
That's very Haitian.
Very Haitian, overprotective.
Very Haitian,
you know, it's like, oh, anyways. So I learned Creole at school.
Oh, really?
So I learned like littérature Creole, like the actual, I can write Creole, I can, but when I was speaking, trying to practice in school, like the kids would always pick on me and they're like, oh, Corinne. Tu es française? And I took that as an insult. Of like, what? They're like, non, je suis pas française.
Saying it in French.
Moi, je parle créole, you know? But you just keep practicing and then it just, like as long as people understand what you're saying. But
sure you go.
Okay, so you were heavily influenced with Haitian culture, but can people pick that up in the music that you make or gravitate towards?
It depends because when I make music, I will make music sometimes based on what I'm listening, and if I don't listen to compa or zouk, you won't hear it in my music, you know. But I remember when I was first starting producing, I made this remix of a song from Emma V, I think her name is, a singer from UK, and I did a compa version of that song, and it sounded so good, and I love that song. Like even if I made it, I was just in love with it, and like being a producer is also paying attention on how a song is made, so it made me very aware of what's in compa music and what's in zouk.
Yeah, and that's actually, I think, why maybe you're so intrigued with the IT Troubadour, because that song has such a great composition. You hear all the different layering, and you know they played with live bands and a lot of different instruments. So not only are the lyrics they're like stories, but musically as well, this album is super interesting.
Yeah, here you go. Exactly, that's what I was what I've noticed when I was hearing that song. Not that song, that album, like 3-4 days ago. It's really like, okay, like this is compa, but it's not the typical compa that you would hear in Haitian parties. You know, it's like a compa that is very jazz oriented, or that is very bossa nova oriented, you know. So like you hear other genres, other music genres of other islands, but with Haitian Creole in it, you know. So this is what is really like cool about being like music oriented and a musician, is that you pick up on quel élément a été pris de quel genre de musique ou de quelle façon de chanter ou des trucs comme ça. So but
when we're talking about your classical background, you've played you played at the Carnegie Hall and the
I
Conservatory of
I
Music,
did.
Montreal Conservatory of Music, twice by the time you were 18?
Oh, no, Carnegie Hall was, I played twice.
Yeah.
The same month, basically. I played when I was 16. I dropped out from le conservatoire.
Was there any reason for that? Just
a lot of reasons. Actually, there is a lot of reasons. Honestly, the main reason it was because I realized that it wasn't something that I wanted to do, which is crazy because now I'm just doing music. But in the classic music classic field, in the classical music field, I wasn't really feeling like I belong, you know. So this didn't help, especially being a Black woman in a section that is male dominated. Like nobody really look like me. And I'm not talking about just look, because there's no Black woman, I don't want to be there. It's like, it's also the treatment that you have for being a Black woman, you know. And this was starting to affect me. It started to affect me, and I was like, you know what, I understand being the first Black woman to do something, but is the suffering worth it, you know? And I decided that my mental health was way more important than being the first Black woman. The fact that there is women in the orchestra is very new, and it's new because they decided to implement blind auditions. So maintenant, quand ils font des auditions, les juges peuvent pas voir qui joue. And when they start doing that, they start bringing more women in orchestras.
Of course,
you know.
If you base it on the talent, then you're definitely going to get a variety of people.
Here you go.
And that's actually what proper hiring practices should be. It should be about how you perform, not who you see looks like. Anyways, we're not going to go into the DEI and AI. There's already we'll leave that for the States. But, so I just want to now switch over to like what you're working on now. You are the host in 2 stations.
Here you go.
Le Palmarès is one, and Opus.
Yes, Le Palmarès is simply it happens almost every day of the week. I'm doing the Palmarès, the Sunday Palmarès. So it's at noon, and I present artists that are releasing album. So basically, when I play these people, they get a chance to be in the top 40 albums of the year, locally and internationally. Then my second show is Opus. It's a show that I did all by myself, and I still do all by myself. It's really hard. It's a lot of work, but that's my baby, and it's basically a show that highlights producers and beat makers. So I will play songs based on the producer and not the artist, you know? So I've been able to attend some events because of Opus, like loop sessions, that is like c'est un atelier créatif for producers that happens every last Wednesdays of the month. And Beat Kids Beat Battle, which is a beat battle, and I've been to Toronto for that also. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been doing this for a year now.
But you said that this is your baby, so you came up with the idea and you pitched it to the radio execs, and
yes. So I'm doing this at Choc.ca, which is the radio station of l'UQAM, the university. And they're basically, are looking for volunteers to do the radio show.
Mhm.
So like you're not paid for that, but you got access to all the material, and they will coach you if you need to be coached on something. I've been to Shop.ca since the beginning.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, but sorry,
Since the beginning.
since the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, in the beginning,
what I was about to say.
You've been at Shock.ca since the
Beginning.
Yeah.
So I just sent them a demo, and they told me, okay, you're gonna have the show, and then I just have to like renew my. It's not a contract, but renew my show every semester. So I'm doing this all by myself, but it's really difficult because you need to wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
So I need to be not only a radio host, I need to be the researcher, I need to be the content creator, I need to be like the artistic director.
Editing too?
Editing, everything. I do everything, So now I'm coming to a point that I understand that this show not only is my baby, but it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
So I need to like go in a way that it gets income, So I'm planning on getting income from advertisement, from having sponsors. That's pretty much it for now. I'm still learning because I did not study in journalism. I did not study in radioing. I don't know if it's a word, but I didn't study that.
Yeah.
So like I don't know what are the standards, especially when it comes to pay.
Yeah.
But Shock.ca helps me for that.
If our audience wanted to see more of your work, or if they wanted to support you, where can they find you?
So they can find me on the internet. On the internet. On Instagram, on Opus MTL, OPUS MTL for my radio show, or Frites avec la mayo, that means fries with mayo, which is FRITESAVECDLAMAYO.
Thanks for spelling it
Exactly.
out. You did good.
Exactly. So you can find me there. If ever you have music to put on the radio, you can contact me on mtlopus at gmail.com. And my phone number is
No, I know. I'm thinking the same thing too. I'm like, is she gonna give her phone number and social security?
Yes, my address is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know how to get a hold of you.
Sure.
Are there any other artists that you wanted to quickly maybe shout out, or that you think would be a good person to feature on this podcast?
No, sorry.
Just you.
Just
One
me.
and done.
Just me. But of course, Gloria, that you met at the same night that we met each other. Who else? In Montreal. Like, for me, everybody's an artist, and like not that I don't see them as an artist, but I forgot that they are artists,
Because they're your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, we'll see if we can get Gloria on the show. Shamala. Channeling my ancestors.
Yes.
Sitting here on this couch.
Exactly.
And we're gonna cut to her just sitting on this couch.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and one of the final questions is, what piece of advice that you wish you had when you were younger, or something that was impactful in your career that you want to share with our audience?
I would say follow your gut feeling. If you're in a space and it doesn't feel right, it's for a reason. And
I love that.
Honestly, like when you get out of that space, you get out of that relationship, you get out of whatever
that
you
city.
get out of, exactly, that gave you that feeling, better things come to you after. So that's what I would say.
Yes.
And be yourself. Don't be impressed by numbers. Don't be impressed by things that are shining, because most of the time it's moldy inside, you know. So that's pretty much it. Take your time to do your stuff. Don't be too impressed by a quick come up, because it comes with a load of problem also, and also you don't know how people get this success that quickly, you know.
Yeah.
So just be yourself, follow your gut feeling, and take your time for
Alright,
what
be
you need to
yourself,
take your
follow your gut,
Yeah.
take your time.
Mhm.
All words of advice from Chudyanna.
Yes.
Chudi, thank you so much for coming on the show. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Ça fait tellement plaisir de vous avoir avec
Merci
nous.
de m'inviter, d'être la première. Vraiment, ça fait trop plaisir. Trop plaisir.
Ok, I don't know yet how to end the show, so
We're done.
we're done.
Get out.
Get out. Well,
Merci.
Thank you for tuning in to the DNA. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like, share, subscribe.